I just continue to be reminded of how bad of a company Activision really is. I
think Call of Duty has just continued to take shortcuts over and over and over again when it comes to investing in the health and quality of the game. You know, this has been a really big...
You know, ladies and gentlemen, when I read stuff like that, I cannot help but get upset. I cannot help but get pissed the fuck off. These people over there at Activision, Ricochet, I don't care where the fuck they're working, they think that using these...
Black Ops 6, specifically in the multiplayer, it just runs terribly. When I play on PC, it's unlimited packet burst and stuttering, and the best way I can describe it is it's like...
This game is collapsing. It is down so bad.
This franchise should be so much better. It should be at such a higher quality, especially with the revenue that it brings in every single year. But like I've said so many times on this channel, it doesn't matter how much the revenue goes up, the quality continues to drop.
That is one of the biggest reasons why we continue to be served just a handful of shit every single year when we play this game.
Skill-based matchmaking, skill-based damage, hit detection issues, bad servers, unicorns, packet loss, packet burst, extrapolations, mediocre maps, reverse boosting, cheaters, ricochet, aka ricochet, absurd microtransactions, and optimization issues. Did I miss anything? These are the pyramid of issues, some new, some recurring, that have plagued Black Ops 6 and really Call of Duty as a whole. You buy this $70 game with the expectation that you will surely have fun because the franchise has been around for over 20 years and they've made millions upon millions of dollars from its new and concurrent player base each and every year. And yet, there seems to be the same issue and or new issues that aren't even understandable. In fact, at this point, or way past this point, it is downright unacceptable to have these plethora of issues and still have the audacity to try to charge this player base $20 to $30 for a skin in the game, when the full price of the entire game is a little more than twice that, when you just can't stop lagging every 10 seconds and your internet is not at fault, when the game matches you against players way above you, which causes you to get farmed for their benefit, when they can't optimize the game correctly to where people can just see through whole buildings and buses and objects, when the servers are just complete and utter garbage. It doesn't even make sense when a company like Activision makes the kind of money that they do.
I mean, I remember making a video on Black Ops 6 Ranked when it first came out in the hacker and cheater situation, and it's like nothing has changed at all. I don't understand what they want because they are driving their game further into the ground by delaying this process. It is just actually sad because...
Me personally, when I play this game, I feel like any kind of fun I end up having is all fabricated by the data and systems put into place by Activision. Instead of fun that is naturally occurring, it just feels like manipulation in order to try to keep me on the game and then to maybe finally buy something from their store. Think about the entire skill-based damage theory. It has gotten so bad that people, including myself, wouldn't even put it past Call of Duty to do something like that to its player base without telling them. It's kind of ridiculous. The amount of levels of BS we have to go through in this game is simply too much.
On yesterday's video, and I want to hear what you guys think. With GTA 6 coming out 2025, I wouldn't be surprised if Activision uses no skill-based matchmaking or new or updated anti-cheat as a marketing ploy to compete with the numbers GTA 6 will pull. What if they are intentionally making their games feel horrible so when GTA 6 comes out, they can drop a new engine, new and improved anti-cheat, no skill-based matchmaking, and etc. And we are talking about conspiracy theory here, but this is the kind of thing I can get behind because COD has done that historically in the past. They got rid of prestige mode for like 5 years. Why? No one really knows, just for them to bring it back and people to be happy.
You get on the game and right off the bat you have to deal with the skill-based matchmaking. On top of that, we have to deal with bad servers constantly because Activision doesn't seem to want to invest the proper resources to increase proficiency, so we have to deal with desync and all that extra nonsense. Then on top of that, your internet can have you at some of the lowest ping possible, but it doesn't matter because you'll packet burst and packet loss on a consistent and persistent basis. Sometimes seemingly every time you get into a gunfight with somebody, I know I do. Then on top of that, we have to deal with the subpar maps that are in the game this year. There are probably, 2 or 3 maps that are actually playable and, decent, good. But the other 12 to 13, they're bad, mediocre, subpar, like AI level creation. Then on top of that, we have optimization issues, especially on PC, which is utter nonsense because as I said earlier, Call of Duty has been out for over 20 years. Something like that shouldn't even be happening, and if it does, they should be on top of the issue instantly, like how they are with anything microtransaction related. Then on top of that, we have to deal with cheaters, especially in the much higher ranks. I'm an above average player. I do have a 1.4k KD. I'm not at the level of Nadeshot or anything, but I can't imagine being at his level of the game and having to deal with basic cheaters that have aims and somehow you're able to beat them anyways, and then your lobby just gets DDoS, which is absolutely insane. I've been in multiple DDoS lobbies, as a matter of fact, some in ranked, some regular, even at my skill level. How unrewarding is it to do good in a game you felt like you earned, even after dealing with all of everything I just stated before, and then you just get DDoS? It's absolutely tragic. Then on top of that, I'm not done. Then on top of that, every single piece of DLC skin for a gun and character in the pristine and never laggy shop is like $20 to $30. I would never understand buying one singular thing in the game or a bundle for almost half the price of the entire game. Like, where's the value at? A couple of skins is literally about 50% of the price of the entire game that have been built up from the ground up. The same game that includes all the maps, no matter how shitty they might be, the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies. And last, but certainly not least, in fact, this is probably the worst of it all, we have to deal with a company that would rather lie and not say anything when it comes to everything I just stated before. We kind of have to just sit there, go through all that, get mad, get frustrated, and give feedback in a million different ways to explain the issues, just for Call of Duty to respond with nonsense or nothing.
Black Ops 6, you can say whatever you want about it. I don't give a fuck if you say it's good. I don't care if you say it's bad. The fact of the matter is, it's not performing well. The honeymoon phase is completely over. I'm not gonna say this game is dead by any means. I might title it that way though. I don't give a flying motherfuck. So for all intents and purposes, you know what? Fuck it. Black Ops 6 is dead. It's dying.
It is only recently that I decided to give Call of Duty a chance again to play the newest installment, Black Ops 6. I stopped playing for a while because, as we all know, this is not the first time that COD has been pure ass. In fact, it is quite the contrary. This is the 11th time, if not more. I stopped playing after Black Ops 3. I didn't even bother with Infinite Warfare, never touched my hands on it, and I was correct in doing so because to this day, it still stands as one of the worst CODs ever. Black Ops 4 came out, and I bought it, played it for a time, but not after too long I stopped playing. World War II was utter garbage. I regret ever playing that game. Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2 2022, and Modern Warfare 3 2023 were all utter disappointments in my opinion. None of those 5 games that I just mentioned were games I played in the long run. I barely played them in the short term. But I kept coming back because Activision surely knows how to bring the hype back around for a new game every year. After 20 plus years, they have literally perfected that. If only they could perfect the actual product they sell and not just the ad. But we're not even close to perfect. We're not even halfway. Call of Duty is at some side quest level of garbage right now and has been for more than 10 years maybe. This is true because you can search up this Downfall of Call of Duty and there are videos with millions of views from years ago that pertain to the previous Call of Duty titles. It's been falling for so many years now. They've just been managing to not hit the ground somehow.
We are witnessing the downfall of Call of Duty in real time right now, and this just isn't an exaggeration. So many things are going wrong with the game. The situation is going from bad to worse, and so today we're gonna tab through all.
It's a real shame because Call of Duty is one of those games where they had the opportunity to have the greatest FPS shooter out of any game. Just imagine if Call of Duty didn't have all these issues. that they listen to their community more, that they actually put time and effort into the aspects of the game and the foundation, and not make every decision off of how they can make the next dollar. Because I promise you, I'd be much more willing to buy skins and DLCs and everything else if they had just realized the game's full potential. But I can't allow myself to even think about spending extra money on something that keeps delivering piles of wasted executions for the Call of Duty franchise. Like GTA 5 continued to rack up one of the highest revenues in gaming well after its initial debut. Why? Because they put time and effort into the actual game itself. Yeah, every game has issues and microtransactions, and their microtransactions are it started off well, but then it did start to rise up. But I know if I got on that game, I wouldn't have to deal with constant cheaters, shitty servers, persistent lagging, poorly made maps, or anything else like it. GTA 5 is an astronomically bigger game than COD 2. It can be so frustrating because I want to get on the game with my buddies, and one of them we have same skill levels, and the other one he's pretty good, and then another one he's also pretty good, and then one of our teammates, he's kind of just bad at the game. He probably has like a 1 or below 1 KD or something. So I know when we join up with him, the people we're going to play against, it's probably not going to be as good. So I kind of just expect that. Sometimes I like the challenge of not being able to win a gunfight so easily. Like sometimes I'll just whiff completely and somehow I still win. It kind of makes me feel weird because it's like, dang, I should have definitely died just now, but I didn't because of the people that we're matched up against right now. But I can't even just enjoy any kind of game most of the time because of the constant just lagging and optimization. I just want to play the game, like at the end of the day, I just want to play the game and have fun. It's one thing to be frustrated at my own, like my aim just messed up, no, and then die from it. And then it's another thing to keep dying from constantly lagging to right in front of somebody, seemingly every time I get in front of somebody, or especially on Nuketown. A lot what's been happening lately is we'll get on Nuketown, and I can just see through all the vehicles for some reason. I don't know why, it's like, oh cool, I can see, but like at the same time, who else can see? And sometimes I can see through the buses and all the vehicles, and clearly somebody else on the other team can't see as well because we're both shooting at each other through the buses. I don't have FMJ, so it takes like 30 bullets to finally kill somebody or whatever the attachment is. But yeah, we're literally like shooting through the buses because we can see each other. So it's like, and then half the time my gun doesn't even load, which I've been having fun with that kind of because I don't have to deal with a gun taking up my screen. But still, like these things are just happening. Which it's like, if all these things are going on plus all the lagging, it's like, good God, like can we just fix that? Like I know it's much deeper in the back end, but they have the resources, they control the game. It's not like it's impossible to do these fixes. That's why so many people, not just me, you got Nadeshot, the Rick, NerosCinema, Blame Truth, whoever else, a bunch of other people that decide to get on YouTube and make a video about this kind of stuff. Like I don't expect this video to get many views. I kind of have fun just editing and making videos about stuff, but honestly, like it is something that I just go through. So I just want to put my video out there to show, like, even like the normal player, because after a full-time job, I go through these issues. It's not just the people that make Call of Duty videos for the as their job or anything, some of them they just do this for fun too, but still, like, I don't get the crazy amount of views. So it is a lot more people that just go through it. And I know some people is like, oh, well, you're just making these videos because you make money off of them and everything. It's not really what happens with the average. Like, no, it is like we go through it, and it just gets frustrating. It's like, dang, can I get one game where I don't like lag, or where I can't get shot through a bus because they can see me because it never properly loaded for them the entire time? Like, just the basic things, just so I can actually play the game without any issues. And it makes it worse because I get on some other game and I don't have that. I don't have that issue. If I die, it's because I messed up somehow, not the actual game. Not that it's perfect, but you know, Call of Duty, it's much more persistent, you know. So it's honestly just sad because Call of Duty could have had, you know, they already made a bit of a monopoly when it came to it, but they could have really just had everybody on their ass in a good way if they just put the right amount of resources and time into the right stuff, man. And it's sad. I'm sure they'd make plenty more money. People already spend money on the game as it is, but if you have a good foundation for a game, people like me will want to spend money on it because I know that it helps the company keep going. So I'm gonna want to support it. I don't want to support people like this. I haven't bought any kind of DLC. I bought the game. I had to. I'm on PC. I had in order to play it, I had to buy it. I didn't want to spend the $70. If I could have gotten on a discount, I would have. But anything after that, nah, I'm good. Like, y'all, they make every decision based off of microtransaction almost, it seems like. So you guys seem to be good. I don't need to really spend it. Somebody else is just gonna spend it anyways. So I just watched Swagg's message to Treyarch video, and yeah, I just realized that the fact that these decisions that they make is just asinine, you know, like with the whole Ricochet, anti-cheat and all that crap. You know, how long have they been dropping games? Like, this kind of reminds me of 2K, because one reason I stopped playing 2K years ago, I think after 2022 maybe, 2021, and then the last 2 years I played, it was just a struggle. But they're dropping the game unfinished, and I don't understand, at least from my perspective. Maybe from a money-making standpoint, yeah, but at the same time, you're just ruining the community that you currently have instead of just being that staple of a game to where you can just continue to go on and on for generations. But no, you want to drop unfinished product, you know, and have the store ready. You have these DLC drops. You have these skins and animations perfectly working good. And then you drop, you know, the new season. Yet one of the core mechanic of the game, or core whatever of the game, is still unfinished. And that's on the back end of the priority list. It doesn't make any sense. And like Swagg said in the video, who is making these decisions? And that's right, because I don't have to be some CEO level guy over at Activision to be like, you know, we should probably make sure that the anti-cheat is working and that the people aren't lagging and the game is up. It doesn't take that level. You just play the game. Every gamer can make this decision. I don't understand why. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But if you got all the way to the end of this vid, I appreciate it. Please, if you could leave a like, that would be awesome. And yeah, this one took me a little bit longer, but it wasn't like a crazy documentary or anything. So it's been your boy FTP, and I'm out.
Don't trust these motherfuckers.
It's absolutely embarrassing, guys. Black Ops 6 is just so broken.
Biggest BS, copy paste, terrible maps, the most insane desync.
They can't even admit when they blatantly screw up.
I'm sorry to tell you, the game is kind of dog shit right now.
The maps in Black Ops 6, obviously we know. Obviously, they're dog shit.
It feels like I'm in a revolving door every single year.
Because yes, it's actually that bad. The company running this game, they're not doing what they need to do to make it playable.
They need Jesus. COD needs Jesus.
Black Ops 6 is already chalked.
They've never been good. Okay, they're not good.
The game is absolute garbage.
Dead in the water. I don't want to play the game.